Talanoa voucher is one of the most convenient ways that I'm finding now to do my shopping here at Farmer Joe, and my sister just sent through the voucher on my cell phone, and I just come straight to Farmer Joe to do my shopping.
Ole si tulanga pitusili ole tau. Ole lafo me ole pepa Talanoa. Ona whaangale e whaatau i oloa e au ngā more ainga.
I think it's really convenient for families overseas if they don't know how to help their families here. Then this is the perfect way.
Mai ele sa suma fua tau e lisia sa.
Le fia foi sa we mo mawina le foi au nang fo ala mai le talo for voucher. Ila wana fa tau ma me te mga oi. Ile voucher.
Sai mo le talo voucher ua mau ele apususi o se wa fine.
So se paro loa fai ngo fie, a me se le te whai i mana o telefoni, tai mi uma.
Ai lo le lafo me le cash ona inu e te tamao le ainga.
Fa te tu lava le talo for voucher mo le foi au nang fo fa tai. Ma lu la le tam fai.
Pa tai talo voucher.
Teki, talo voucher.
For the next generation of growers and farmers in the Pacific, may you find your own rhythm on the land. May you grow and teach others how to grow with love. May your skills and intuition continue to nourish, nurture, and advise those who need it.
Nisa Pulavinaka.
Marulele, talohani.
Hola, konnichiwa, ¿cómo están?
And welcome to your combined show. Yes, we do. It's all about the laughs today. We have the bangers on today. It's Hump Day, and we thought, let's combine our show today because it's Wednesday. And, you know, while everyone's wrapping it up, we're going to talk
Wrapping what up?
What are you wrapping up this Christmas?
And yes, and on that note, we had previously asked our producers, who are both male, what is the best gift to give your boyfriend, your husband, a guy in your life?
Or what for the guy, or so for the females, what is your number one, the perfect, sorry, I'm like this because I got my nails done today. What is your perfect gift, females?
To buy a guy. And so, Lorenzo, what is the best gift? What is a Christmas gift that you would like to receive?
The best gift that I expect from my wife is to...
Expect.
Now, is he going to give us the answer
sorry.
he gave us offline?
Okay, so I'm just gonna give you a bit of a demonstration of all men, come on, don't be shy, don't be fucking mad, don't lie. So it's this and then this and then this and then a big smile. Yeah.
And there you have it, ladies. That's exactly what you can get your man for Christmas this year. And I think that's quite easy, no? Doesn't cost a little.
So ladies,
It's a bit of your time.
give your boyfriend or your husband a big smile, okay? Like,
You know what? Today is going to be a discussion about. I'm not even going to look. We did, before we aired the show, we did ask Lorenzo to cross-post across his page, and then we said to Lorenzo, even on your OnlyFans page, Lorenzo sat there going like this.
He's acting innocent.
He's acting innocent. Comment below if you know what an OnlyFans page is and tell us.
Or if you don't want to comment below that you know what an OnlyFans page is, comment below whether you believe whether Lorenzo is telling the truth or not.
what is OnlyFans page?
What is OnlyFans page? Anyways, we will be talking a little bit about anything and everything. If you do have something that you want to discuss on the show, I'm so sorry. Yes, Vasa. I am showing off with my nails because I got my nails done today. Finally, after how many months in lockdown?
107 days.
Check that. Check those babies out. I got my nails done today. But yes, we will be talking a little bit about Christmas. Maybe throw in a little bit of relationship advice.
Why not?
Because we found that we had a lot of fun talking, openly discussing relationship problems. And we also said to, I discussed it earlier with producer Ryan, that from time to time I find that females are very, very vocal. They never blame the man. Women blame women. But sometimes it is the alpha omega. It is the man in the relationship.
Okay.
So we're going to talk a little bit about that.
So this is why you wanted me to come on the show,
yeah,
right?
to sort out our marriage problems and everything, and our relationship status, and your OnlyFans page.
This will be a good show for Vasa as well, Joking, Vasa.
I'm laughing. Okay, Tussie's just commented on the OnlyFans page. He said that it's a page where you support soul traders.
Ah,
I like that.
the ones that you trade onto. Is that what you mean?
I think, yeah. Well, I don't know what you mean onto, but it kind of sounds like Tussie is supporting these soul traders. Or are you a soul trader yourself?
OnlyFans, you know what? But then when the girls asked me off air if I knew what OnlyFans was, and I was like, okay, I better quickly search, go into Google and look for it, and they stopped me from doing it because then I'm like, what is OnlyFans? Because I want to know more I want to know if it benefits me. Like, you know, my, you know, in terms of, you know, reaching out to people. That's what I mean, you know, as a community liaison. Let's have a look at another, if it's a pathway or an avenue that helps, you know, reach out to a community. You know, you never know.
I think you definitely reach out to a community. Like, honestly speaking.
On OnlyFans?
Yes.
But I don't think that's a page that you want to sign up to.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, well,
If you kind of think about it, if we didn't allow you to Google it before, right, and we're telling you not to sign up because you're a married man, I think that might give you an indication of what it is.
oh, there you go.
So like Tussie said, it's like
OnlyFans.
you support soul traders.
Oh, then Tussie was right. That's where you trade people on. Yeah, that's where you trade people. You know, to.
I did get a message earlier on that the best Christmas present is going to Hawaii, and I 100% agree. So the person that messaged through Hawaii as an idea for Christmas, are you taking me to Hawaii?
I would love to go home to Hawaii. Do you remember like once upon a time when like return tickets to Hawaii was like $800? Good old days.
The good old days. But, you know, send in what you want us to discuss. I've seen Vasa throw in a few topics there. Tussie, send in what you want us to discuss on the show. If you are struggling with something at home or you need some, you know, ideas for Christmas, if you've been stood up on a date, sorry. Sad. If your friend promised that you guys would go out on the weekend and didn't turn up, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yes. But like, okay, so I'm just Googling like random questions that we can ask Ben, Lorenzo, and I'll answer myself. Just to get to know each other a little bit better. And,
let's do that before we go into our break.
One of the questions is, if you got arrested, what would your friends and family assume that you got arrested for?
She has the answer first.
If I got arrested,
what would your
Can I answer for her?
What would your friends and family assume that you got
answer for me,
arrested
Lorenzo.
for?
I'll let him answer. Go on.
I would be driving without a license.
Wrong.
Even I was like, even that's not convincing.
Sorry, guys. What would be?
Answer.
It would be.
What do you guys think? For everyone that knows Pea, that's watching, if Pea were to get arrested, what would you assume that she got arrested for? And what would you assume that Lorenzo got arrested for? And what would you assume that I got arrested for?
I think for Lorenzo.
Did you ask for my permission to answer for you? Oh my gosh.
I don't need
Anyway, okay, go on.
I think for Lorenzo it would definitely be.
I'm trying to think. He does a lot of dancing. Maybe he was out on a park doing like one of his TikToks and then someone found it insulting, or maybe he randomly took his shirt off and then they called the cops on him for indecent exposure.
I think I'll say a speeding ticket.
I don't see Lorenzo as a speeder.
Oh my gosh, Pea.
You say he's boring.
Oh my gosh, you know what? But it depends, you know, whether it depends on the gender of the police officer that arrests me, you know?
Well, see, we go. Vasa commented, and I can see this happening. Vasa said, streak run.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
I would never do that.
I said
I would never do that. You know, pay me $1 million, then I'll do it. But hell no, I won't do it for free, man. I won't even do it to entertain people.
Vasa's saying that I would get arrested for laughing too loud. Yes, I agree. But I think more.
You can't get arrested for that, can you?
I think she will be arrested for checking out every takeaways and every bakeries.
You can't get arrested for that.
You know.
To be honest, I think if I was going to be arrested, it would be because of a drug ring.
That's a bit of a secret there.
To be honest, I feel like if I got arrested, they'd probably think that because I'm South American, I'm.
I think it would definitely be something to do. And I'm only saying that because I just read something on the Herald, breaking news. So thank you so much to Sharon, who shared her thoughts as well.
Afi said Lorenzo for wearing speedo. So again, indecent exposure. I like how everyone's comments.
And everything kind of directs back to this OnlyFans page that Lorenzo doesn't know he has, or that Yeah.
Someone's showing up on my behalf.
A massive shout out to Regina, who's just tuned in as well. She's saying her comments for Pea, which is several things. So there's several things that...
Is she saying several things because she doesn't want to explicitly say what several things? Like, Wayne said, I want to take Lorenzo and Asiata out and enjoy a night out at Tuasala Bar, but I need a permit from their wives.
Oh, how to do that? Who says I need a permit? Who says?
Well, let's talk a little bit about that, because yesterday Wayne did tune in, and of course Wayne knows our song, The Jam, is Stuck on You, but Wayne did say that... Sorry, you said that Wayne needed a permit.
No, it was Asiata yesterday that said that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, but I think
I supported it.
He supported the motion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, 120%.
So let's talk about permits then, because the nightclubs are now open, and you've had about approximately 3 months with your partners, and I know everyone's itching to head out for a night out without their significant other. How do you then gain access to your permit? Lorenzo.
Okay. So I just want to shout out to Walter La Urutanuvasa, who just joined us on our show. But I think to answer your question, Pea, I think it's about setting your priorities right. You know, from number 1 to number 100. You know, because us men, we have 100 of priorities, but it's about doing that in a correct way, not upside down, but from the right way, from number 1 to 100. But I think if you want to gain access to getting your permit to go out on a weekend and have fun with your boys, with your friends, it's a work in progress, and that process starts from a Monday. For some men, it's a process that starts from a Monday, or where you you wake up early in the morning, you get the kids ready, you drop them off without even being asked. Without even being asked to do anything, in the house, you even start buying your wife stuff, and then you start making lunch for your wife, steak and mushroom sauce, all these meals that you've never, ever, you make for your wife before. So it's a process. If you want to gain that access to getting your permit, it is about making an effort, It's not something that you just go and ask and grab it and say, oh, yeah, thank you so much. No, I think it takes hard work, for us men, to get that permit just for 1 hour to go out.
Here's another question then.
1 hour.
Here's another question. Okay, so you're talking that if a guy wants to go out in the weekend, he needs to first work 5 days in advance to then be able to ask his partner for that permit. And that's a lot of effort, right? That's 5 days worth of effort. Do you think that women also have to put in the same amount of effort in order to go out on a weekend?
Well, we expect them to, but to be honest, women, all of a sudden, just like on a Friday, and then they start making noise, I need to do my hair. Like on a Friday morning, but nothing was said in that whole week. But Friday.
But do you think that's right? Why is it that men feel they have to ask for permission from their wives, but not a wife from their husband?
I've never experienced it because that's never happened to me. And I'm just,
yes. He's the one that works from the Monday to Friday.
I think us men, we don't need to have that mentality that we need to, we need to be made happy, you know what I mean? But I think for us men, the way we see our girlfriends, our partners, and our wives is that we have to make them feel special. And that's my approach, make them feel special in that whole week by saying, honey, I got this week. I've got the kids, I've got lunch, I've got dinner, I've got dishes, I've got washing, I've got everything. I do the drop-off, the pickups, everything. Make them feel special and earn that permit. You gotta earn it, mate. You gotta earn that respect and that permit.
But then that's still my question. Why is it there's only a permit required for a man and not for a woman? That's my question.
Okay. I from my experience, I trust my wife. When she goes out with her girls, with her families, her cousins, no problem. But I believe it is really hard to for our ladies and our wives to trust, men, as men, and that's because the way we drink sometimes, it goes out of control, and from my experience.
Thank you for raising that issue. Actually,
Eddie actually says...
You need to be paying me for...
Eddie commented saying, just speak your mind, Lorenzo, your couch is comfortable as...
also a shout out. And also a shout out. So, Regina's her comment has been, instead of pursuing a permit, why not go out together on a date night? Yeah, we could do that, you could.
You could. It's different.
It's different, but you know. And then Collins has commented, men should go out when they want to, and it's the same goes with women. Thank you for
I'm on
that.
that page. I feel like if a man has to work so hard to get a so-called permit from a wife, it should be vice versa. Otherwise, there's always going to be the inequality in the relationship.
I think the context...
I know Bear doesn't agree with me. I know she doesn't agree with me.
Okay,
I just feel like it's a little bit
Lorenzo's
unfair.
going on and on about how men have to prepare the week
But they
ahead.
should be doing that anyways.
Yeah, right. And no, but I'm gonna quickly say, I do agree with you that sometimes women are a little bit, they're quite a little bit excessive when it comes to their men. They're like
Because you're not
demanding,
supposed
right?
to be their mum.
Yeah.
You're their wife.
However,
I know I'm going to get in trouble for
However,
so much.
I feel like the women also do the exact same thing. They prepare this magical moment and then get shut down as well.
Is it magical?
It's magical.
I think, in our Samoa, I think it's also important to bring in Samoa in this, conversation, this Talanoa.
Oh,
Samoa is that, us boys, we're sort of like, allowed to do whatever we want. You know what I mean? Like, by our parents,
Yes.
oh, come on, he's a guy, he can do whatever he wants, he can go out. But us girls, our Samoan girls are well protected, by their brothers and their parents, and so so when it comes to a relationship, a husband and a wife, because of their upbringing and because of how the girl was brought up, it's natural for a husband to trust the wife. So when she goes out, she doesn't really need to ask for, she can just ask me 5 minutes before she leaves home, that's
Actually,
fine.
yeah.
Well, that's fine,
We have Rachel Stowers who's commenting. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
She says, no, man, don't give women trust, period. Because guys sometimes are sleepy as partner, lol, but depends on what have you been up to lately. I think Rachel has a lot of insight there.
Rachel, send us more comments. And you've got a fan here, Lorenzo. Lenore has said, you are the man also. Wow. Sometimes.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, Lenore,
I'm
but
speaking up for you.
Sorry, Lenore, but I think move your comment somewhere else.
Hey.
But we've got, and a shout out to Lenore as well. Bronson has commented as well. Too many naughty people around these days. I only go out Sunday school, then straight home.
And the next
no
drive.
bad behaviour from me ever. Bronson, I believe that is a lie.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Rachel also says, why Monday? You don't need to do anything to gain any permission. Just let your partner know that you're going out. She only needs to know the place that you're going to in case of an emergency.
But, that's easy.
I agree with-
very happy
yeah,
husband.
I agree.
I think, because
I agree with
otherwise,
Rachel.
me too. Otherwise, it's not your partner. It's like your mum or dad.
Yeah.
I totally agree, but it depends on whether how long you're going out for, where you're going, If you're just going to, to the movies, with your friends, fair enough. But if you're going out night clubbing, it's a different story. You have to earn that permit and you must work hard to get it.
Rachel does say that she can't hear us, and I wonder if there's an issue with our audio or if it is Rachel's phone.
So
And sorry, Lucina coordinate. She says the girls are always at home though with the kids, so girls don't need permits. I totally agree, and I think that's part of my answer why girls don't really need to ask for permits. It's because, man, 24/7 is not an easy job to be a mother and to be So who am I, for my wife to say, hey, I need a permit, Who am I? Who am I to even ask for it,
Yeah. I'm not going to comment too much on it because I know that I
don't know. I don't know. I think maybe it's like case in case.
Case
I
by
don't know.
case.
Yeah.
Case by case.
But I do. I'm actually going to go back to what Colin said. I think women and men should have the freedom to go out. But I think going back on what Lorenzo has said, it does in some situations, the drinking. I think sometimes, and this is not for all men, sorry, there is that fine line where they don't know when to stop.
Absolutely.
So like Patrick said, at the end of the day, it's just big trust. So it's trusting your partner that when they go out, they're not going to cross that line. It's trusting your partner that where they go out, they're going to
don't trust me.
But it's hard when there's a history there already, if something happened in the past.
Yeah, so again, that's case by case scenario.
Well, you know that I go out every single weekend without fail, so you know that I'm a trusted one.
Well, this is a nice comment. Sepulona says it all goes back to when they exchange vows during
their
wedding
wedding day. That reminds me, check out my nails. I just have to, honestly, it does make me happy.
Absolutely. I mean,
doing my nails,
shout out to my usual fella for paying for your nails. But anyways, going back to our topic, it's a really important topic.
Yeah.
Especially relationship, but marriage, really important that the wife and the husband are on the same page, and then the husband agrees to babysit the kids. The wife goes out and have some time out and have fun with her friends, and it's good for her mental health as well.
Yeah.
When she comes back, she had fun and.
But it's also the small things.
And the only reason I say that I don't think men need permission and I don't think women need permission is because when you're in a relationship, it's two people in a relationship, and I think instead of asking for permission, it's more of a discussion like, hey babe, but there's like this event this weekend and I really like to go, and is it all right? And then you come up with a plan together, like, yep, that's cool, you can go, but like this needs to get sorted out, this needs to go sorted out. So I don't really think a permit or permission is the thing that I would think is the go-to thing. It's more just an open communication.
Absolutely. And I think it comes from different beliefs and different upbringing as well, because I think I'm speaking from an island-born perspective, and that's how I would treat, we treat our wives and our. So I think it's different, there, but I don't know how, New Zealand-born. I'm sorry, but that's just how I would.
No, I agree. I mean, New Zealand borns do have a different take on relationships. I know with myself, I'm quite. I'm just thinking about my words. I'm trying to make sure that the words that I'm going to spell. Because the last thing I want is Beck gives bad advice.
Earl has come to saying your freedom, even God can't take away from you or me.
Oh, absolutely. But then you're totally right, Earl. But just giving that respect, for me, I'm just speaking from my heart. Giving respect, to your wife, as you still need to earn that, premium. Because I'm working.
You're a lucky woman.
I'm working I say I'm working 6 days. I'm not at home. 8 hours a day. And for me to ask my wife again, I need to go out, And my wife has been at home for 6 days looking after the kids, Of course I need to work harder. Of course I need to do something. If not, buy my wife something or,
That's just definitely consideration.
Yeah.
She's being a considerate person.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'll be like, oh, okay, you work 6 days and now you're going out with your boys again. And what about me? What about me?
That's consideration, 100%. We do have Nana Millie who has just tuned in. She said, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit late. She's been busy. But no, we're just so grateful that you tune in every day. And we're sending you so much love. Nana Millie. So Nana Millie is Ryan's.
Hi, Nana Millie. We do have another comment here from Pea Semu. This is not me. This is another Pea Semu. Yes,
is this the real Pea Semu?
This is another Pea Semu. Yes, it's Saulili. Ole Talanoa, love, share and trust.
Amen.
When the time is right, the Lord will make it happen. Thank you, Pea, for that. I really, really love that because you're right.
I love that.
But it's definitely trust. I know that I trust.
Bella.
Yeah. I was like, almost forgot his name, right? I trust him when he goes out, and
No, really good topic. Yeah, trust. It comes in, and that's the biggest, driver. Is that you need to trust each other. If you don't trust, your wife or your husband, then you're gonna have a problem. You're definitely going to have an argument after that. If the wife is texting the husband and the husband's not replying, then boom.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna go back to that. The texting. That it is actually probably the number one thing, and I think women are genuinely just concerned. I don't think they want to ruin your night. They just are genuinely concerned because we know the type of alcohol and the amount of alcohol men can consume, and then their judgment on certain things when they're out with the boys. I don't know. That women are just genuinely concerned. Yeah. So maybe just before you get that text, text her, text your partner, say, babe, don't worry, I'm okay. Text her before she texts you. That's my advice for our men.
Now,
so right.
Yeah.
Eddie has commented, and I absolutely agree with his comment. So Eddie says, tuning in with my great aunt and uncle, married 59 years.
Oh my gosh, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Woo.
So they say there is no rule book. There's what works for you and your spouse. Equality of say, mutual respect for boundaries, and authentic trust. All these years later, it's not an issue because we have no energy to go out. But honestly, I love what they said. It's what works for you and your spouse. And I feel like there's a funny comment. There is. Oh my God.
I'm
laughing at Bronson.
Bronson said, doesn't matter where you go out to or how long.
I don't know if that's Bronson. That might be Vasa, because Vasa said that he's tuning in from Bronson's phone.
Might be Vasa, yeah. It sounds like Vasa.
So long as you go home to the right bed. And so what if I go to the wrong bed? No, I'm kidding. I'm just laughing. Vasa, stop. Give us a wiki. But sorry, going back to Eddie, I love that.
But going back to what you said, Pea, what you shared about texting and keeping your partner up to date, how you are, because there has been incidents, where but it is important that you keep in contact, to maintain that trust, and not to make your partner worried at home, because if you don't text, you don't communicate your partner in like an hour or 2 hours, then she's gonna wonder where is he? Yeah. So it's important. Communication comes in.
It is just communication. It's like if I'm worried about someone, you just text. Yeah. And and I'll be honest. And
it doesn't take very long.
It doesn't take long. No. Just 2 seconds. Yeah, I'll show you.
Should we?
Let's show. Okay.
Well, I'll text you. Are you okay? And then we'll see how long it takes.
Don't open your OnlyFans page. Oh my God. The audience might see it.
So
the audience might see it. Oh,
Claudia's gonna text me just as an example. We're just genuinely concerned.
Done.
Right. There we go. Got a text.
I'm getting the text too, and this is some of our men's reactions. Leave me alone.
I've just got Claudia's text, are you okay? And that's all it is. Yeah. And it's kind of like...
But did you notice that she put her phone down and didn't reply back to you? Sorry.
I'm just trying to demonstrate the 2 different reactions, when you this is your real reaction. Us guys, babe, I'm okay, man. Let me be with the boys. But when you're at home, different reaction to that text. Yes, my babe, I'm okay.
Drunk. We've got drunk texting. Well, that is probably like a number one thing.
But can I just say she still hasn't replied back to me?
Right. Okay, I'm going to reply. So I'm going to reply back to Claudia.
We're just demonstrating how easy it is to reply back.
That's it. I'm okay. I just said I'm okay.
She texted me on a different platform, but okay.
But it is so important.
Very important.
It is so important.
Vital.
Yeah. Because I just, okay, for example, imagine if something happens to me on the road, right? I'm driving and I'm on my way and I was just like, okay,
Fixing.
The car comes, hits me, and I'm gone. What is the last text that you sent your partner? Think about it that way. Yeah. What was the last text that you sent? The one that you thought I love this person. hallelujah, amen, whatever. And then you couldn't even find 2 seconds of your day to send that text, right? Just imagine. And that last text that she saw before she carked it was, babe, I love you, I'm just that. Man, she's going to die happy.
She goes straight to heaven.
Go straight to heaven.
You won't be hanging out in purgatory.
She will not be turning in her grave. So I know we're laughing about it, but...
Well, Rachel said, respect, acknowledge, trust. It's what you need in a relationship. You have that, then you don't feel you need to do anything out of your character.
Absolutely.
And I agree.
Absolutely.
Sharon said there is genuinely concern, then there is psycho. So let's expand on that. So what is the difference between genuine
is this Sharon Salu?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Psycho and concern.
That that lady there, don't feed that monster. Don't feed her.
Oh,
she has advice to take us down to hell. No, she
did say great topic.
Yeah, she does. Sharon has Sharon is she's a trusted friend.
Yeah.
I tell her absolutely everything. So a shout out to Sharon and I have been friends for over 30 years. Yeah. Since kindy. So
And
so
this is how she talks of you.
Sharon has awesome advice. And she's just...
Well, Sharon, I take it you're still watching, so let's ask you. If guys need to do all this work to get permission from their wives to go out in the weekend, do wives also need to put in the work to ask their husbands to get permission to go out in the weekend? And while she is answering that, Rachel does say, Pea and Claudia, I texted my partner when I got up like 6:45 a.m. and said, love you, hun. Nick Minette here accused me of texting another guy because I don't normally text him in the morning.
Oh, who sent that?
That's Rachel Stowers.
Oh, Rachel.
That's really... Wouldn't that be funny? Oh, that would crack me up.
I think that's all women want, is just a little bit of acknowledgement. You know, honestly, you will be surprised. People think, men always... Some men, I do apologize, some men think women want a diamond ring, a diamond necklace, a diamond this, a diamond... You know what? Sometimes women just want a text in the morning saying, hi, babe, I love you. Babe, have a great day. I love you.
That's very true.
That's all.
It can
babe,
really shape
I love
their
you.
whole entire day.
My belly, I love you. That's all it takes. And I tell you that one text in the morning will set the tone for the rest of the day. And I tell you, you probably won't even need permission on the weekend.
Yeah.
Good. I mean, that's all part of, that work,
That work, the daily...
But you're right, you don't have the, materialistic the work that you do, you know what I mean? But just out of respect, of course, you just have to sit down your wife or your husband and say, look, this is a plan, I'm going to work hard this whole week, but I've got this coming up on a weekend, on Saturday, if I can go out for a few hours while you have the kids, or you can go to your, cousins and hang out. But at the back of a guy's head, I don't know, but this is just how I see it. You got to do extra, you got to work harder, because you're leaving your kids, with your wife, and you have to earn it, I'm
just wondering, if you are working, if men, at the back of a man's mind, they are required to work harder, is it then because...
You're not working at all?
No, is it...
You're not working at all the other week?
Can you mute that comment, please?
Is it then because you want to do that extravagant thing in the weekend that could potentially set you back for another couple of months?
I see what you mean.
Do you know what I mean? Is that potentially why they've got... Because you're thinking, I may potentially screw this weekend up, and you need to do extra to cover for your stuff up.
I'm going to speak on behalf of the men out there who think, about this process, going through the same process as me. It's because you think about the hard work that your wife's putting in your family, Having the kids, I tell you what, being a father of two, not easy to manage, two kids at home.
Yeah.
that's 200 times harder than what I do out in the community. So for you to show at least respect, for not being at home, doing what you are, what you need to be doing, being a daddy, of course you need to show more respect and more, not impressing your wife, but to actually make your wife feel like, look, I gotta earn this. I'm not here for 4 hours, 5 hours. At least I'm gonna do my bit.
But then, why aren't you putting your 110% every single week? Does your wife not deserve that every single day, regardless?
Oh, they deserve it. They deserve it. But because I'm busy. You think you got me? Eh? No.
Where all the men comment, back up the brother Lorenzo. If you've got any thoughts on, it is difficult. Lorenzo's got two women here. Lorenzo has two women here battling it out, and of course Lorenzo's always has awesome advice. So for the men out there that are watching, there's some good advice to take home for when you're fishing this evening.
I mean,
if you're going fishing, can I come? Because I like fishing.
Me too.
Oh man, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do for my birthday. Can I share something about fishing?
Yes.
When I grew up, I was known in my village as the fishing boy. Very little. I was only 6-7 years old, and I was out there, in the water fishing early in the morning. I used to get hidings, from my grandparents for getting out in the water early in the morning, and that's because I loved it. I really loved fishing. It was my way of serving my grandparents. I saw it that way, but then my parents didn't, my grandparents, hey, what are you being out there in the water for early in the morning? You should be picking up the rubbish. You should be out in a plantation. But I love fishing, and that's what I'm going to do for my birthday.
Georgie's just tuned in, but I'm just going to read this one from Tussie. I don't think you need to put into have permission to go out. But I feel within today's society, things tend to change, although within our old school culture is where I definitely understand where Lorenzo is coming from and is how we were raised. Thank you, Tussie. You're right. Yeah. The culture thing does play a massive part.
The whole respect sort of thing.
Yeah, the whole respect thing.
Eddie, I think Eddie definitely has your back today. Eddie says, Lorenzo, you look uncomfortable. Bronson's, what's Lorenzo's distress word?
And
Eddie, I'm not going to vote for you, Eddie.
Blink twice if you need help, Lorenzo.
Blink. And our Nesse Karen as well has tuned in to join the discussion.
Nesse Corinne.
Go besto le fai. Pulonga, Lorenzo.
Nesse, for your information, sisters, Nesse still holds the record for 5,000 meters race back in Samoa.
Oh, okay.
He also represented Samoa in.
5,000 meters.
I think, yeah.
Wow.
That's the longest race in athletics.
Like cross country.
Yeah, like cross country. But he ripped Samoa in South Pacific Games and in.
That's impressive. Well
international competition. So.
Congratulations.
Well, very lucky to have him. Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. But yeah, we've had a interesting discussion today with regards to your partner, your significant other.
Matt goes, only you, Lorenzo, to think through that process.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Only
Call
me.
that permit. Call that permit. Well, I have to admit I don't need a permit. I'm actually quite lucky that I am able to go out and enjoy my time with my friends and also out. Yeah, so I do enjoy my social life. And I am very open about that. I think everyone knows that I am a social butterfly. And I love going out to a good nightclub, good music, good company. And I absolutely love dancing. Absolutely love it.
Can you show us some moves?
So long as you don't entertain that company, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lorenzo!
I mean, how many times has this happened, I'm just speaking from. It's a truth, eh?
Yeah, it is the truth.
Sometimes, us when we have too much of alcohol and we enjoy the conversation a bit too much,
And then
we sort
the
of like
hands goes,
entertain, and then, the holding hands, but
Whose hand are you holding?
Okay, then, well, let's talk about the company, right? Okay, so I have a friend that I like to go lunch with. Is that okay? Would you, as a husband, be like, oh yeah, okay, if I go out with Ryan for lunch, would you be okay with that?
Yeah, because Ryan's our producer, Ryan.
Yeah, and what about like a friend that, other, like...
What do you mean you know?
It's a no-no.
It was just that got me. I was like, no, I don't know.
Like Ryan, Lemo, Martin...
But
they're
that's
colleagues.
no problem. They're colleagues. If they're good friends and your husband knows about them, why not?
Yeah,
I'm
but
pretty
that's
sure
it.
your husband
So-
would be open to let you.
And so if I do go out with my friend that my husband knows, and he does know this person, but he knows them but doesn't really want me to go lunch with this person.
Because
I don't know. Why do men not
there's got
want...
to be reasons there. So you got to be honest. You got to give us some reasons to enable us to respond. Effectively and
effectively and...
I need that.
So, my partner feels that this particular person may not necessarily have good intentions for this lunch.
Okay.
However, I feel that he is wrong. I'm like, this is just my friend.
Okay, but do you know if your friend has that intention?
No, that person does not have that intention. But apparently, a man senses another man's intention. Do you know what I mean?
Pheromones?
Hormones.
No, true that.
Apparently, I don't know. I'm not a man.
So, Vasa said you need to think about the history.
The history of your history, Vasa?
Vasa's history or
Whose history?
Claudia's or Lorenzo or Bear's history.
I don't have a history.
But do you know what I mean?
I know
So
what
a
you mean.
man, apparently, this is a man knows, or he can sense the intention of another man.
Yeah.
I can't pick up that.
Yeah.
I can't sense that.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's a very important question
Yes.
out there because, when you are married and, it is important for your husband to know your circle of friends.
yes.
And the friends that you trust.
Yeah.
Very important because when a husband lets you out of your door, out of your home, your husband has to trust the person that you're going out with.
Yeah.
And so if your husband doesn't trust that, not because he doesn't trust you, but because he doesn't trust the other person.
Yeah.
And because he cares about you so much that he says to you, look, I don't think you, I'm okay with you going out with this person. And these are my reasons why.
Okay. So I should then...
Okay, so Vasa has elaborated. She said your history with that person, that will determine your husband's intentions or thinking.
I agree with you, Vasa.
Because the thing is okay, I'll be honest, I go on a lot of coffees and lunches.
Like dates.
Dates.
Yeah.
Eddie goes, are these hypotheticals or former experiences, team? I feel like this Talanoa is heading towards #confessions.
Eddie, never love us.
No, Eddie, we're just trying to...
#confessions.
Eddie.
This is the confession
This-
box for your
We deal with all these, scenarios and
That's
all these
weird.
cases every day.
We're just sharing scenarios to help our viewers, single viewers. If
Yeah.
we haven't really touched on
Well,
it.
Earl says that's his problem.
See, interesting. See,
That's
and this is again where we're
Yeah.
kind of it's that crossroad.
Earl is right. That's his problem. But then again, it comes down to
Guess you gotta work
having
together.
Working together. Okay.
Working together.
So let's take it into this content. I am going to a lunch date, and I'm going in public.
But why are you even going out on a date when you have a husband already?
Because it's a friend. You call it. I go on a lunch date with Claudia or Ryan.
Okay.
So every other friend, it's a date, right?
Okay.
So if you are open, if you're going out, and everyone's like looking. If you're going out on a date, I call everything on a date. Everything is a date. So if you are going out on a date in public, that's okay, right? I mean.
Well, maybe we shouldn't be calling it a date then.
What do you call it?
Just hang out. Oh, just lunch. We're just gonna go out for
Okay,
lunch.
lunch.
Yeah.
Well,
Catch
okay.
up, catch up.
Catch up. There we
Catch
go.
up.
Okay.
Well, Vasa goes, just like girls have their instincts, guys have theirs too, perhaps.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're right, Vasa.
So you can definitely tell when a girl has
you should be on the show, Vasa. You know, you sound to be...
But you know what? Actually, Vasa, we did have a good discussion as well with Vasa. So I think Vasa and Claudia, we might have a blind date thing going on.
Wait, what?
Allow me to set it up for you.
Yes,
Allow me
please.
to organise
we will
that
do that
for you.
setup. But again,
No, because last time you sent me a photo of that guy that you sent me up with.
That was just a joke, you know. I wasn't serious. But anyways, no.
yeah, there you go. See, Vasa, coffee date. And I remember.
But I think that's okay for a girl to say to another girl.
Do you think so?
Yeah, because if I was in a relationship and I were to say to
Misinterpret.
him, like, hey, I'm going to go out on a date with Ryan,
Yeah.
I'll be like, and when you put the shoes
Oh,
on the other
okay.
foot, if I had a boyfriend
yeah.
and he was like, yeah, I'm going to go on a date with Pea, I'll be like, I love Pea, but why?
Okay, so to clear that up, everyone, make sure that the term that is used when communicating to your partner is the correct term.
Well, Dusty says, as long as he's putting sis or bro in a sentence, then yo, it's all good.
You know what? I just realized that when you do comment to a few people on Facebook, you know, as you all know, my Facebook is public. My promotional, it's public, and you can kind of sense when you need to step back from the hello dear, how are you? Thank you dear. And that's just me being polite. And then you know who to say bro to and who to say sis to. And then you don't say bro to some because you're like potential.
I've definitely learned that I have to say bro straight from the start just so that they know to stay in that friend zone and not cross
Have
it.
you ever experienced where you've said bro and they've not respected?
Oh yeah, 100%.
that? Yeah.
But I'm very straightforward. Yeah.
Earl says most men and women date is going to have sex. Sorry to say the word sex, but I mean, you know,
you
we're
say
all
love?
humans, you know. No, he's right in a way, but honestly, because that's, you know, some men, some women, they go into that date with that intention, you know, to take it further, you know, being honest, you know, being open, but it's. If I'm married, why should I even think about having dates? You know, that's my question. Even with someone that I've had a history with, you know, how do you know? That's disrespecting your partner, your wife or your husband. You know, you're all in your marriage, you know, for your wife or your partner. You stick to it, you know, and whoever you've had history with. That's rubbish, you know, forget about them. Whether they want to text you, hi, are you okay? Hi, I'm just texting to say hello, just checking on you. Man, that one text will lead to, like, you know, something else.
Okay. Okay.
And then you're going to be like, you're going to have a mental breakdown. It might
contribute to your mental break. Okay, so just for everyone that has tuned in, and just in case you're thinking, we're not professionals, we are just discussing openly.
Yeah, can you tell me what that quote means?
We're just having a discussion with regards to relationships. No one's perfect. Obviously,
No one's perfect.
You know, marriages aren't perfect, and all that kind of stuff. We are not in any way suggesting that these are professional advice.
This is just our opinion.
This is just our opinion, and it's just a discussion because I think we've discussed it on several occasions that we don't openly discuss anything with regards to relationships, and so we kind of come to a point or a stage in our marriage or in our relationship where we're kind of like on a standstill, and we're kind of like, what do we do? Because there's, you know, we can't. Some men don't like going to counsellors. Some women don't like going to counselling. Those options weren't available, especially for our generation, our Renzo. It wasn't really an option. Whereas now
You're a lot younger than Renzo.
am I? No, we're the same age.
Are you?
Yes, we are.
Are you?
don't say my age on.
No, I'm not going to.
But yeah,
did not know that.
Yeah, but there really isn't any kind of a safe space to kind of just have to air it out, because I think it's important. I mean, we can joke about it with our girlfriends, but there's never a discussion with men and women.
Yeah, you got to.
It's always women and women, and the woman will always back up the woman.
That's what Lorenzo said to me the other day.
99.9% of the time. And the men will always back up the men 99.9% of the time.
Danny has said a quote in the comments that if someone could please translate for me.
Which goes...
World War IV.
What does that mean?
Which never goes wrong for some.
It means that the person that your best friend might be the person that breaks up your marriage or your relationship.
Okay, yeah.
So World War IV, war means friends, and that friend can come back and backstab
you. Right, yeah.
Which is true.
Yeah, which is true. It is true. I have experienced some...
Like personally?
Personally. Like where I haven't trusted somebody, where now I just absolutely do not trust.
Yeah.
And from that, it creates trust issues, and then you kind of have these trust issues with everyone else. But just take it case by case, to be honest.
And it goes back to what you said about having your friends and who you should be hanging out with. Because 100%. Your husband needs to know your circle of friends and the friends that you trust, the friends that that you know will not even do anything, bad to your relationship. Nothing. So it's important to keep that communications, going, making sure that you're on the same page. So any questions for me from?
We've got. There's no other questions.
Sharon says sometimes we focus our energy on problems instead of trying to find the roots of our issues so we can work through to resolve them. You can't fix situations if you don't understand what's causing them, right?
Yeah. Nah. Always. Sharon's always. I love. Thanks for that, Sharon. But she's right. It always is that root. But here's Renzo. I'm asking for my friend. So we've just heard Sharon come through with something, and I agree. The root problem. Let's say, what's her name? Let's say Tasha. We'll just use Tasha. Let's say Tasha.
You have a friend called Tasha.
No, I'm just making it up. Let's say Tasha is in a marriage with Ricky. So Tasha and Ricky are together. Tasha has identified the root problem. Tasha has identified the root problem in their marriage, right? What was his name again? Ricky. Ricky now feels that Tasha is wrong. How then, what would your advice be to Ricky? How should, obviously it's a female. Females always dig deeper into what a man would. Men are just surface.
Deep too.
Some men are just surface. So when Tasha has identified the root problem and Ricky has kind of nah, that's not an issue. What is your advice to a Ricky, if a Ricky is watching?
Ricky Martin.
Ricky Martin. Just because it may help, because I find that relationships nowadays, they've identified the problem, but it's still a problem.
You're right.
Do you then just remove Tasha, who's the problem?
No. I think,
No, Tasha.
I like Tasha.
I think my advice would be, going back to that advice from our viewers is to actually go into the root of the problem, because if you start digging from up here without even going down to start from the roots, then you can never find the answers, or you can find, but they're not full answers. But I think you shouldn't be fighting with the person, but you should be fighting with the problem, because the person is not the problem, the situation is the problem. So I would.
Hello.
There we go.
I mean, and that's why domestic violence comes in, is because us men were fighting with our wives.
Yeah.
Let's fight with the problem, where the root cause is, and then smash down the problem, break it down, and then work your way up from there. What caused it? Your wife is not the problem. Of course, your wife loves you so much, but then on the other side, as the problem, then deal with it. So that's what I would advise.
Dusty says, someone go get Jordan Peterson, but I think we've got Dr. Love right here on the table.
Baila amor, baila amor.
That's not Ricky Martin though.
Oh, who is it?
That's
Enrique
Iglesias.
Iglesias. Yes, it is.
Not all South Americans look the same.
Okay.
Oh, no,
It's not even South American actually. Yeah.
Look, it has been an interesting discussion. Like we mentioned before.
Yeah, Earl.
Being quiet is the best way to solve it, man. That happens a lot to our men. Honestly,
I don't.
I think that's wrong.
I disagree. I'm gonna put my foot down on this one. Don't. That is the biggest. Please, men, don't. Please. Don't. I'm begging you. Do not.
So if
do not.
Ricky, if you're out there, don't follow.
Don't go quiet. If you are joking, then please let it be a joke. But
I think when it comes to that, you know, best way to solve it is, you know, staying quiet. Selecting the time, the best time to talk about it is the best thing to do, you know, and that's the one way, you know, to deal with it. Because if you try and argue while, you know, your blood pressure is still up here, it's just gonna add and you'll never come out with a solution. And I think the best thing to do is for us men, don't try and argue back, you know, walk away from the problem. And then come back, you know, and sit your wife down or your husband down and say, hey, apologize to each other first, to be very honest. You know, that's the first thing to do is say, I'm sorry about what's happened, you know, I'm sorry about what I said. I didn't mean it. I was out of anger, you know, I was angry. But then start, you know, nailing, breaking down the problem and start talking about it at the right time. But then for me personally, the best way to deal with problems in your marriage is going back to God. You know, honestly, there is no other way. There is no other way. Whether you are strong physically, mentally, if you're not strong spiritually, and your faith is not on the right path, honestly, you can never find answers. So God should be the rock and the foundation of your marriage.
Foundation of your marriage.
Rachel Stowers actually said, we don't like quiet men, they are dangerous. And she also said, I just want a cuddle. I'll give you a cuddle.
That's another way of solving it, of sorting it out, you know. And us men don't even have to say sorry if that's what, you know, that's their way of sorting out their, you know, by cutting each other and hugging.
But only your partner, only your significant other will know exactly what you need. How you solve it. How you solve it. Only your significant other. I mean, unless you tell, you know, whoever. I mean, Claudia knows that she always texts me at the right time. You know. Yeah. But only your significant other will know how to solve that problem.
Well, here's really funny. Lucina says, never go to bed angry. Issues to be resolved in a relationship makes a happy relationship, which I agree.
Absolutely.
Bronson then comments back to that and he says, I agree, Lucina. Never go to bed angry unless it's part of a role play.
But how many times, you know, has that happened? How many times does that happen?
It is very common. It is very common. It is very common to go to sleep angry. But again, it's a habit that people need to break. It is a habit.
It's good for others, not so good for other people. Like I said, you know, as when you're dealing with a very bad situation, selecting the time and also the environment. You know, sometimes, you know, you might not want to talk about it at home. You can take your partner out to a park and buy fish and chips and kina and mussels and just talk about it, you know?
Well, Dusty says, even if she burns the ham for Christmas, communication is key. And Eddie, I'm sorry, no. Earl, I really like what he said. He said, nice conversation, love it, good on all of us. And I love the good on all of us because there really is an open chat with everyone.
Yes, it is an open chat.
Everyone's been communicating and leaving their comments and we love it.
Yeah, we love it. And it's so important. It's so important just to air it out. I mean, someone else's comment, there's only a few people that have shared and engaged. But just remember that your comment is probably someone else's reading
Absolutely.
it.
Absolutely.
And that person that may be a little bit shy to raise their concerns, you've just helped them.
Yep.
Or you've just kind of, paved that way for them. So thank you so much to everyone that sent through their comments. And thank you so much to Tasha and to Ricky.
And so I think Claudia might go back after the show and read all the comments here. Which one?
Which one of you guys are
Which
single?
one I can help my expect a DM from Claudia?
No, we love it. But do you have any advice, Claudia, for us? I mean, Claudia, you've been amazing as well.
Yeah.
When
I'm like,
stay single, guys. No.
actually, I would say for everyone that is single, work on yourself and don't worry about being single, and then the right person will come to you. And instead of seeing what materialistic things they have, or how much money they have in the bank account, or how many houses they have, or how many cars they have, think about the qualities they have in their heart that can complement you and your life. And that's what you should be focusing on.
Yes.
Because the rest you can get, the rest you can work together. You can work together and make your house, build your house, buy your car. So it's the qualities in your heart, in their heart, that you need to focus on that complement yours.
I agree. Because material
That's my
things,
advice.
I love
Dr.
that. I love that.
Dr. Love, no, Associate Doctor, Love Doctor to Lorenzo.
No, I love that.
No.
It's the quality of, I love that.
Well, here's what Alofa says. Alofa says marriage was created by God and can only work his way, not ours. A marriage founded on Christ produces a strong, faithful relationship, and both husband and wife enjoy a Christian lifestyle, not a worldly one.
Absolutely
And Earl
true.
says just no sex before marriage.
Well, that's actually another topic that I actually do want to, well, hopefully.
Bronson says whoops. Bronson literally said whoops to just no sex before marriage. So looks like you've been doing a lot of role playing, Bronson.
But look, we're going to, I'm just going to lean back a little bit.
Oh, we're going to wrap up. Before we wrap up, Georgie said, yes, go the singles. Claudia, you and I are working on ourselves, but I still love material things. Yes, we do.
Yeah, and everyone loves material things. I mean,
we all do.
How long have I been married for? Like 17 years, I think.
And
16 years.
we still have a lot of comments coming through, and I'm loving the engagement.
Send the comments through. If you've got any advice, marriage advice or single advice before we quickly wrap up, or before we wrap up, send them through, because we love to discuss it. I mean, it's probably a subject or a topic that we don't necessarily open up about.
And we need to have regular show and be more open. And when you come on a show like us yesterday, come in as a baby, let's have an open Talanoa, and be real, be very, very honest with your advice and your, and your feedback,
Yeah, I mean, like I said, oh my gosh, I don't know how many times I can count the problems I have within my own marriage. But
here's an advice from Junior. He says, when me and my wife start to argue, I actually walk away and go to the park, come back, and then we both can talk about the issue.
Very good. I mentioned that. So that's a really good idea of sorting it out.
Yeah.
Also because you need that space to clear your head before you talk about it.
And I credit to you both, because Earl actually says, love to see and listen to us someone start talking about this. So thanks for that feedback.
I mean, it's I'm really looking forward to being able to once again, I just want to mention we are not professionals.
No, we're not.
We're not.
Definitely not.
But I think it's a lot easier when we have a discussion in a safe space where a woman has her opinion, and then a man, because not often can we do that.
No, exactly. But we are going to wrap up. But before we do, one last question from Dusty. He says, are you guys still selling calendars and coco, please?
Yes, we are. We are selling calendars here at Bluwave. We are located at our new office, 28D Lambie Drive, here in Manukau, right across the road from Spotlight and Reduced to
I had to think about that too.
But head over. Right now we don't have an FPOS machine while our business is still setting up. But you can pay cash here on site. So it's an awesome calendar, guys. So head over, purchase your calendars, and
Get it, Renzo.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna go do another TikTok. But everyone, thank you so much for joining us in this. I've really enjoyed this.
I really enjoyed it too
today.
because it's it's important.
Yeah, very important. I think my last advice, do you first.
Yeah.
Don't worry about others, be
Yeah.
you. Don't worry about impressing other people, and don't wish for a relationship because once you get into it, once you're married, that will be it. But enjoy your life.
Yes, and on that, I'm just going to say this very quickly. It's so important for us to become who we are meant to be. You're supposed to work on you, because if you don't become the person that you're meant to be, you're essentially robbing the earth and your friends and family of the person that you're supposed to be. So.
Sounds like a script, but we never talked about it. It's starting from me, like Gloria, and Pea gonna finish it.
And your final advice
Honestly,
is...
my final advice, don't let anyone rob you from your happiness.
Oh.
Yes, that's all I have. But guys, that's it. It's your hump day with Pea, Claudia, Lorenzo, combined show where we have openly discussed anything and everything, mainly relationships.
Me take maata.
God bless.
Vina ka levu.